And talking about good, this opening partnership for the West Indies was remarkable in that first one-day international. Opening partnership of 143. Off the mark immediately. Evin Lewis, first run on the board for the West Indies. What do you make about this target score, the Ambrose?
It's going to be extremely important for both Lewis and Hope to lay the foundation like they did in the first ODI. They played sensibly, never looked to be in trouble, paced the innings well, and they need something similar. I know back then they were chasing only 232. Now they got to get to 273. That's extra 40 runs really, but the start is going to be extremely important. Can they lay this solid foundation? That's the question we have to ask.
This has been the hallmark of Shai Hope's innings. Being able to deflect the ball, find the gaps, run hard between the wickets. Really a rich vein of form from him against this opposition. Just look how softly he plays this one. Looking for two as well. Remember, this guy kept wicket for 50 overs. Now opening the batting, not much time in between the innings. So it's testament to his fitness as well as his skill level to do what he has done. The usually more aggressive Evin Lewis. Didn't see him getting the boundaries as we usually did in that first match. I'll be interested to see how he goes about in this one. Haven't gotten that half century. Not 65, but Shai Hope, brilliant against Sri Lanka. 115, 51, 72, and 110 in 4 attempts. Absolutely phenomenal numbers against Sri Lanka. And want to cash in once again on what is a pretty good surface here at the Sir Vivered Stadium. There he goes, Evin Lewis. Elegantly placed and timed, and the first boundary for Lewis and the West Indies.
Rank half volley from Pradeep, and look at that. Superb timing. Didn't try to hit it too hard. Beautifully placed as well.
Yeah, really a check drive there from Evin Lewis. Not much of a follow through in that shot. But the timing was sublime. Much better length from New and Pradeep. Good pace being generated, 142. But generally, the bowling attack looked toothless in that opening one-day international. Spinners didn't produce any wickets. Unlike what we saw in the T20 internationals, Dushmantha Chameera was quite impressive, however. First over gone, 6 without loss. The batter to come for the West Indies, Jason Mohammed, slotted for that number 3 position, followed by Darren Bravo, Nicholas Pooran, Karen Pollard. I wouldn't be too surprised to see a switch in Darren Bravo and Jason Mohammed, depending on which of the opening batsmen is dismissed first. They want to keep that right-left combination, as what we've seen from Karen Pollard. Good depth in that batting order as well. So they'll be feeling very confident in this run chase. Although it will be the first time that they successfully chase this target score against Sri Lanka. And speaking about the impressive Dushmantha Chameera, picking up the only 2 wickets to fall in that innings of the West Indies into the attack from the Andy Roberts end. Back on target immediately.
Certainly has been impressive, Chameera. Bowled with good pace on what we can describe as slow surfaces.
Slip in position for Chameera. Good confident stroke from Shai, and he will be confident from that first game when he got to that century. He was fluent all the way through. Very wristy player. Not a typical West Indian type player. More elegant and classical. Doesn't look to power the ball or bludgeon it. Relies more on timing. Very stylish. Pleasing on the eye. You know, that 6 fours. We got to that magical landmark, 10th one-day international century. Just to give a perspective of how well he's done, Shai, he's 4th on the list of fastest to 10 one-day international centuries by innings. Quinton de Kock got it in 55, Hashim Amla 57, Babar Azam 68, and Shai in 74. So just 4th on that list. Very impressive from the West Indian opening batsman who hails from Barbados. Good short delivery. Appeal for caught at the wicket. Quite confident appeal. Unmoved Nigel Duguid. And would they ask for the review? Just thinking about it, Karunaratne seems to have decided against it. But a good delivery, good short delivery.
That has been a problem plaguing West Indian batsmen in recent time. Good delivery, got himself into an awkward position. Shai Hope. And that is something that needs special attention. Came off the helmet. Came off the helmet, and the way cricket is played now, Samuel Badru, is that once you hit on the helmet, you got to either get it changed or the medical staff have to come out to make sure you're okay. But he got himself into a tangle. Doesn't play the short ball well, and he's not alone. Most of the players in his team are very similar.
Yeah, we did see him get hit on his helmet in the first one international as well. And you're right. Secretly these days with the concussion protocol in place, just want to make sure that the player is good to go, good to continue. Shai seems to be in good order. One area that he has to do some work in will be against that short ball. Well directed from Chameera, good pace as well. I'm sure it's not the first we're going to see from the Sri Lankan bowlers. To the offside, in the gap, gets the boundary. Shai Hope just opened the blade to find that gap, and good enough timing to get his first boundary.
It was all about the timing. Look at that, just open the face right through the gap. And that is Shai Hope at his best. Such a wonderful player.
Very easy and pleasing on the eyes, Shai Hope. Brings about a change in field for the Sri Lankan. Slip comes out. just be trying to restrict the flow of runs in the first phase of this innings and hoping that his spinners will come into the middle overs. But they need this wicket. 2 overs gone, 10 without loss. Continues to be in good conditions here at the Sir Vivian Stadium. Slip in position for Evin Lewis for New and Pradeep. Still trying to get that breakthrough, that early breakthrough. Much fuller from Pradeep. Delivery from Nuwan Pradeep.
Let's have a look at the short delivery again, Samuel Baji to Shai Hope. Got into a real tangle. Bad position first, and then he tried to maybe do a little swat. Now you have to decide if you're going to duck or you're going to sway out of the way. And that has been one of his weakness or his weak points in his batting. You got to get in better position. Now look at that with Evin Lewis. Short, duck. You can't afford to look into swat and duck at the same time. You got to be one or the other. And I think this stems from these low, slow pitches we have in the region. We hardly bounce higher than your waist. So our batsmen aren't. Look at the difference. Pick the line up and just duck. Very easy. Until we produce bouncier tracks in the region where our batsmen can get accustomed to playing short deliveries, we could forever struggle when guys bowl short to us. So the pitches had to be better.
Duly noted, Mr. Kirtley, and spot on as usual. And Sri Lanka would be desperate for the wicket of Shai Hope. They know how important he is and the role that he plays, that anchor role. Tries to bat very deep in this innings, allows the other batsmen to bat around him and to play their natural games. Huge shot for LBW. Not much from the bowler, however. But such an important wicket. Shai Hope, if they can get him out early, then they know that they're into this West Indies batting lineup. And then they're asking someone else to play that role. Someone who's not necessarily as adept to it like Shai Hope is. He's demonstrated that on so many occasions. So Physio coming onto the field might have just missed that pad and thigh pad and hit him in that unprotected area. Shai Hope. It's a light-hearted conversation between Dimuth Karunaratne, the captain of Sri Lanka, and Joel Wilson. Just confirmation from Hawkeye. What would have happened there? It's a little bit too high. Might just be using that magic spray on that area where the ball would have missed that thigh pad as well as the front pad. There's a minuscule gap there, not much of a gap. Very unlucky to be hitting that region. Shai Hope, how will it affect him? Usually very busy at the crease, running between the wickets. Now let's see how he goes.
Certainly a painful blow. And quite rightly so. Get a little treatment, as you call it, the magic spray. I wonder if that really worked, or it's just a mind thing. I believe it's all in the mind, you know.
Over the top from Shai Hope, uncharacteristic, but gets the result he was looking for. No need to run for that one. Brings the over to an end. 3 gone, 15 without loss. Last ball of the previous over. Just through the line of that one. High elbows, inside portion of the bat, but gets enough connection on it to beat that fielder mid-on. One bounce into the advertising board. So played that on length, hit on the up from Shai Hope. Very confident. Chameera from around the wicket now to Evin Lewis. Chance for a run out. Perhaps the wrong end from Sandakan. But remember that delivery from Chameera to Evin Lewis from that last game. Whitley Ambrose, a thunderbolt from around the wicket. This time just off the pads. Shai Hope wanted the single. Screamed for the single. Evin Lewis responded eventually. Look at Shai Hope. Wanted it. Almost a bit of confusion in the end. All's well that ends well for the West Indies.
I do like this guy, Chameera. Very aggressive, has got good pace. Over third man, 4 runs, 1 bounce into the fence. Short delivery, just outside off stump. Shai Hope went for the cut shot. Peel off the outside edge. 1 bounce into the fence for 4.
Not fully in control of that one, Shai Hope, but he went hard at it. And with the pace of Chameera, it just peeled away and raced down to that third man boundary. There is a gully in position for that short delivery, for that extra bounce. Third man now comes much finer. Full face of the bat, confidence from Shai Hope, but he's hitting the deck quite hard. Dushman at Chameera at good pace. Just look at that. Full face of the bat. Manufacturer's logo being displayed. Quite like what I've seen from Chameera so far in this series. First in the T20 internationals and now in the one-day internationals. Been plagued by injuries in his career so far, but it's nice to see that he's fit and healthy. Pulled away just over the head of the fielder at short mid-wicket and goes towards that boundary. Nisanka retrieves it. But Shai is looking like the aggressor so far in this innings.
Probably trying to say to Chimera, you know, that I'm not going to stick around and have you bowling short balls at me. I'm going to take you on. Nothing is wrong with that, as long as he's in control. But I do like Chimera, young Badri, aggressive, has got good pace. It's going to be interesting to see him in the test match, because if he get a pitch with a little bit of help, he could really rush the West Indians. So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Goes for that thunderbolt. Gets an inside edge and races away to the boundary. A fortuitous boundary for Evin Lewis, but he'll take it. The West Indies will take it.
Went for that Yorker again. Just came over the toe end of the bat. And of course, Chimera would be thinking about how we dismissed Evin Lewis in that first ODI with a brilliant Yorker. Went for it, but it was a little bit offline this time.
Solid in defense. Evin Lewis, 4 gone, 27 without loss. Last over 12 runs for Dushmantha Chameera, but he's generating good pace. He did so all the way through the series. Pradeep continues. Huge shot for LBW again from the wicketkeeper, not so much from the bowler, which is usually a good indication of what is happening. Just be sliding down the leg side. They do have referrals, the Sri Lankans, not inclined to use them just yet. Change and field for Pradeep. Deep mid wicket goes into position along with the deep backward square as the two fielders outside the inner circle. Still in search for this first wicket. Dimuth Karunaratne and the Sri Lankans. Confirmation of that LBW appeal. Thought it was very close. It would have been umpire's call, but they didn't opt for the review.
Apart from my concerns with that leg side wides, young Badri, oh, sloppy work, sloppy work. Not good work at all. My other concern, I see you smiling, you probably know where I'm going with this, is that umpire's call. I have some doubts about that. Because let's look at it quickly. There's one situation where you can be out with the umpire's call, and the same thing can happen and cannot be out because the umpire's call. To me, that just can't be right.
It's not a foolproof system secretly, so they factor in the minuscule inaccuracies with the technology. But I agree with you. You can't be out and not out with the same delivery, the ball hitting the stumps. And so I think at the moment, ICC and the cricket committee, they are reviewing that. So if, for instance, Joel Wilson had given that out and Evin Lewis had reviewed it, then it would have remained out. If Karunaratne had reviewed it, Joel Wilson gave it not out, it would have remained not out. So for you viewing out there, that's the bone of contention that Circuitly is on about. Just a little bit in the air from Evin Lewis. Falls safely. Good over so far from Pradeep, just the single.
Evin Lewis got to be careful. This is only over number 5. You got a lot of time to go. Just get yourself in. No need to rush. No need to try anything expansive at this time.
Good over. Just a single. 5 gone, 28 without loss.
At this stage, Sri Lanka were 25 for 1. West Indies slightly ahead, 28 without loss.
Call is for 2. It should be 2 easily. It was interesting watching Evin Lewis turn for the second. And they'll need every run, because if the West Indies get this, it will be the highest successful run chase on this ground in ODIs. So it'll take some work. Good single. Watching Evin Lewis down there, because he's got a rag in his left hand, he had to almost turn blind. Usually he would transfer the bat from the right to the left, keep his eye on the ball, turn and come back. It wasn't a big issue because the ball well far into the deep. Or was it his glove? So it's one of the things Shakira Selman, you want to be mindful of in case there's a tight turnaround, that you're able to transfer the bat and keep your eye on the ball to make better judgments. Wanindu Hasaranga, with his brisk innings, pushed Sri Lanka up to a competitive total. Time will tell Shakira Selman how good a push it was.
He got to 47 from just 31 deliveries. And what that innings would do for him, if nothing else, is give him confidence for when he has to bowl.
And that's where Lewis and Shai Hope have to remember the way they played in the first innings. It was low-risk cricket, particularly from Lewis. They just look a little bit rushed in the last 10 minutes or so. While the total today is bigger, more significant, they still must remember that wickets, preservation, is going to be important for someone like Hasaranga coming up, or Chimera with the old ball. Remember how Chimera bowled down Lewis the other day with that searing Yorker. We've seen 2 deliveries in this spell like that from him.
And it will be important that Shai Hope guides this partnership. He did that very well. I thought he instilled confidence into the other batsmen. So he has to take control of this innings, of this chase.
Spot on. Good aggressive fielding. 6 gone, 33 without loss.
No. Stay. Wait. No.
He talked about Lewis being dismissed by Dushmanta Chamira in the first game. Rocket delivery. The peculiarity of his action as well. Come back to it. Two things that those who don't know Chamira will observe. It's a low, slingy arm. The arm is not close to the ear, as in the case of, say, a Jason Holder or Alzari Joseph. And when we saw the real close-up slow-mo of the ball going down, the ball seam was canted. Look at the seam of the ball. It's not standing up. Sort of a Lasset Malinga-like seam position as it goes down. And So you can probably think, I don't know, Shakira, you're very proficient at the art of seam bowling. If it would aid some reverse swing whenever that is apparent, just because it's a slightly laid off arm, so it's not that as it goes down, we'll get a ball next time, Shakira and I. It's just laid off.
Perhaps a bit of reverse, but also what that does is it gives the option for the ball to swing in any direction. Just hit and seam away in any direction. That's scramble.
To be fair, that was just raw pace and angle. It's a wonderful talent, not young anymore, 29. Came on the scene about 5 or 6 years ago, plagued by stress fractures of the back, ankle injuries. But a serious talent. Still wish Lahiro Kumara was here. 35 without loss. The mighty blow. Because Lewis sits on his left leg in terms of equation of balance quite a lot. Often the pull shot is right in his arc.
Not the length you want to be bowling at Evin Lewis. He's so good at adjusting to that length, just rocking back and helping it behind square leg.
There are times when he's gotten in trouble. I've seen him being dismissed with the pull or the hook before, but what are the percentages? He fancies it as a high scoring opportunity. Deep square and fine leg in place. Watch for the Yorker again.
Quite often when he has gotten out to that pull, it's when they've gotten it above his head. He tends to just help it as opposed to hitting it. That's where those two guys come into play. That one not high enough.
Go that fuller one. It was outside the off stump, but you could see what Dushmanta Chamiro was aiming for.
Quite clear in his planning. Wonderful execution. This guy Chamira. Funny you should compare him to Malinga when you spoke about his action earlier. Now Sri Lanka would be looking for a wicket taker to replace Malinga, and they will be happy with what they've seen from him so far. He's been able to take wickets in every game except in that first T20. Perhaps he could be the person they're looking for in this shorter format to take those wickets for them.
Yeah, I would assume if he can stay fit, he would have, and I'm only speculating, another good 3-4 years, perhaps, if he keeps himself in good shape. the way fast bowlers eat well and train well these days, up to, let's say, age 33, 32, 33 maybe. Many decades ago, by 31, you were gone. It's a message to you that you have a few years ahead of you, Shakira.
I'm hopeful, but we all know how I've been played by injury myself. What will also be crucial is how well they manage him and manage his workload. He's bowled his full complement in all of the games so far. So it's very crucial how the Sri Lanka management staff manages him.
Tell you what, if Kumara is fit, he's fit, Lakmal is fit. What it does is it says to teams, we cannot just set a green pitch or a fast bowling pitch in order to overrule Sri Lanka, who have really good slow bowling options. They've got some good seam options as well. That is a drive and a half. 45 without loss.
Just missed that, getting a bit too full. That one bludgeon past the diving mid-on fielder. He had no chance of saving that one.
Sri Lanka's most successful ODI wicket taker, Tisara Pereira. Successful in this team. Had an ordinary T20 outing with the ball.
They'll be calling on all of his experience here. He bowled 2 overs for 42 runs in that T20. Karunaratne would be happy to have the option of another pace bowler though. Last time he just had the 2 in Pradeep and Chamira.
It's a really good stop. And it would take the fast bowler to do it. We are the most agile in the field, Dushmanta Chamira.
Oh, indeed we are. I'm always so happy to see this. See fast bowlers diving around. Well done, Chamira. Just showing exactly what he expects when he is bowling.
The other thing I like about the fast bowling, Shakira, Selman and folks looking on, it's not only Lakmal. There was a Kasun Rajita was here. He's not in this squad traveling for the red ball or white ball, but he was here last time and swung the ball beautifully in 2018. Asita Fernando, who partnered Lahiru Kumara in the 2016 Under-19 World Cup, is another lovely talent. He's not as quick, perhaps, as Shamira and Lahiru Kumara, but he swings the ball with a nice, strong action, and is someone that I'm hoping Sri Lanka will take their time in developing him as well. So there are some nice resources for Sri Lanka in the seam bowling department.
It's really exciting if you're from the subcontinent. We've seen many of those teams from the subcontinent focus more heavily on that fast bowling.
Wonder if that hit the stumps, what the situation would be.
They've started to focus more heavily on that fast bowling department and developing fast bowlers.
That has to be one of the more disdainful shots that you will see at any point today. 54 without loss, 50 up for West Indies. We are truly spoiled. That's where we are staying, where our bubble is. Gunatilaka.
Oh, yes, Danny. Dale, dale, Dania. Go. Come on, Dana. Aja, aja. Kata. Nandini. Oi. Jangan mana ya? Au.
Monstrous hit by Evin Lewis. Let's look at his eyes there, not even following the ball. What a hit to end that over.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Daddy, one mistake here, lads. Come on. Boy, one mistake here, boys. Come on,
The
lads.
foundation is good, so no need to rush. Started well. missed out there. Wanindu Hasaranga cannot be far from the equation here with the ball. Surely they must be thinking about getting him in on this pitch, which has been played for the second consecutive game.
If he's been identified as a wicket taker, you have to get him into the equation quickly. They've already built a very firm foundation here. Have to be looking to break this partnership.
Oh, well done.
57 without loss.
End of first power play.
Don't know why Joel Wilson finds so much joy in signaling the power play. All of that action coming in the first power play. Terrific start again for Lewis and Shai Hope.
With that first power play over, Sri Lanka have decided to use all 4 fielders outside of this circle.
There's been a fair amount of bounce early on this surface. It's rolled hard with a huge motorized roller. The one to the right of your screen where Hope is standing, that is going to be the test match pitch.
They're not able to quite get to that one.
A bit of bounce that almost carried the third man off the medium pace of Tissara Pereira. So that test match pitch, if they leave any grass, should have even more pace. They'll, I assume, try to leave as much grass as possible on the surface. It just seems though that Lewis, on the pitch on which we're playing now, doesn't seem to have a lot of patience, to put it one way, with Tissara Pereira's bowling. Test match is coming up after the 3rd ODI. But I think Lewis must continue to remember how he played 2 days ago. Don't leave the job for anyone else. Calculate. 60 without loss.
මචෝ තව එකක් දාන්න පුළුවන්. සිම්මා මෙතෙන්ට නම් මූ ගහන්නේ නැහැ මචං. නෑ එතෙන්ට ගැහුවෙම නෑ එදා මේ පළවෙනි එකේ දෙක පාරක් ගැහුවේ නෑ එතෙන්ට. ඒකට හුලං ඉඳ ලේසිත් නෑ ගහන්න. මචං මේක. සුරජ්.
And Gunatilaka do for Sri Lanka what Jason Mohammed did for the West Indies.
Oh! Macam Kelly. Isaka. Oh, tenang. Oh, niamai Dana, niamai. Boy.
All the way for 6, riding on the wind.
Rank long hop by Gunatilaka. Too easy for Evan Lewis.
Anna hari Gana, niamai Dana. That's footballing boy. Oh.
70 without loss.
If you're a West Indies fan, you would be happy with this response after Sri Lanka batted first and got to 273 for 8. Big half century by Gunatilaka. 3 wickets to Jason Mohammed, who tells Zari Joseph. Lewis and Hope yet again doing the business for the West Indies with the bat. Excellent. Really good from Evin Lewis, who's transformed himself. The manner in which he's approached his batting yet again today. Took a little while in that first ODI to get himself in. Wasn't too keen to score boundaries, spent time out in the middle. And at the moment, striking the right balance in his game. Rotation of strike, boundary hitting. Samuel Badri. What would Sri Lanka need here to get a wicket and get into this West Indies batting lineup?
They need some magic, that's for sure. Shai has been brilliant against this opposition. Evin Lewis, half century in the first match, 65. And another here. Just wondering how long Dimuth Karunaratne will wait before he brings on his trump card. Wanindu Hasaranga, along with Sandakan. They need wickets, and if anyone will get wickets here, it will be this man on screen, Hasaranga. If the Sri Lankans are to get back into this contest. It's been a brilliant start by the West Indies. Another excellent opening partnership following that brilliant 143 in the first match. And the West Indies will be hoping that these two can carry along. Have looked predominantly untroubled out there in the middle. Are well set now. And if they can have that hunger and that desire to go all the way and not leave anything for anyone else, similar to what they did in that first match, well then the West Indies will feel very comfortable in this run chase.
Well, I'm going to be a little bit perceptive here. What we've seen in that first innings, yeah, fair and average amount of bounce, but I just feel as we get deeper into this innings, the bounce will reduce. Evidence of the bounce we've seen in the second innings, a little bit lower than the first. So that will push both batsmen and the batting to come to play in a different manner. This is what happened in the first inning. Jason Mohammed, one of his deliveries, keeping low, getting the wicket of Gunatilaka. So usually the first half of a game could give you a guide as to how to play as a batsman, especially if you're chasing. Might need to play a little bit straighter rather than squarer as they go deep into this innings. This boundary will help in the over, making it a good one for the West Indies. 8 runs from it, 78 without loss.
Looking good. Buddy. The Mastercard code check out there, money. Rasubata made it in.
Gunatilaka continues from the Sandy Roberts end. No sign yet of Hasaranga or Sandakan.
Come on, boy.
The more accomplished and established of the spinners for Sri Lanka.
Oh! Danny! Danny boy!
Both players going along nicely in this partnership.
Oh! One!
Much better strike rate this time around from Evin Lewis, more than a runner ball, and quite different from what we saw in the opener. Greater target as well to get to 274.
That's his release. Shai just working the ball through the onside, hitting the ball along the ground. Has a very good average against spin in his ODI career. He averages 90 with the bat against spinners. And he will fancy himself batting deep yet again in this innings, and more so he'll be expecting the spin from Sandakan, Hasaranga. And he'll be so pivotal for the West Indies if they are to chase these. Purely on his skill and ability to play the slow bowlers, Shai Hope. This time he doesn't get a single. 82 without loss. These two developing their reputation as an opening pair. Lewis and Shai Hope. West Indies got 3 wickets in that first power play. Very unlike Sri Lanka. Still searching for a wicket and a breakthrough. Into Hasaranga, the new bowler, as expected. Ratna using his resources, and he will need early wickets to put some pressure on this West Indies batting lineup.
Already produced brilliance in the T20 International Series, yet to get a wicket in the one-day internationals. Hasaranga slip in play for Evin Lewis.
Oh, nice bowling, Manny.
Immediately, some turn on offer for Hasaranga. A leg spin coming back in to Evin Lewis, so he'll be heartened by that.
Ball, Manny.
Well, he'll have to be at his best, Hasaranga, against this opening pair, because they average 59 as an opening pair in ODI cricket. That's a 9 innings, so...
Oh, gun! Near my, Osha. Osha boy!
And this is what he did so well in that first game. Hasaranga just conceded 27 runs in his 10 overs.
My money! Oh! My money.
We saw in the T20Is, he used his googlies to good effect. That was his wicket-taking delivery. Hasaranga hasn't bowled one just yet, so he'll want to use it as a surprise delivery. Contented just to spin the ball into the left-handed Lewis. I'm sure to the right-handed Shai Hope. You might just see this googly coming into play now.
40 dot balls out of his 60 in that first ODI. A wicket less, however, which is crucial for the West Indies. Keep him out of the game is what they'll be trying to do.
Oh! Dana!
Sneak 2 runs, these two.
Boys!
Shai Hope spoke about this mid-wicket region and this mid-on region being a productive one for Shai Hope. Maybe Ratna has to invest in another fielder in that region. Push Shai Hope to do something a little bit different. Scores a lot of his runs off the spinners in that region by just merely working the ball.
Oh!
And again. It is 6 without loss. And we'll have a Blue Waters drinks break. If you just join us, the West Indies in full control of this run chase. 188 more to win from 35 overs. It's been the Lewis and Hope show. The openers for the West Indies already achieving 86. Sri Lanka also played better than the last time with the bat. 273 was made for 8 on the backdrop of a fine half-century from Gunatilaka. Fell short of what would have been another ODI century. Was quite aggressive at the start of his innings. Really flourished early on. Pounce on short deliveries. Showed his full repertoire of strokes. And he deserved 3 figures. Denied by Jason Mohammed with his off breaks. So this is where we are with this second CG Insurance ODI between these two teams. West Indies will be keen to close this game off in their favor and win the series, whereas this man will be hoping for a slide. Spin twins now in play. Lakshan Sandakan, left arm wrist spinner, will join his right-handed colleague.
It's a crucial phase of the innings for the West Indies. The 2 spinners in operation now. If they can resist their wicket-taking ability and at the same time just rotate the strike, I feel much more in control.
Oh, nice,
Easy single for Shai. I was talking about the manner in which he goes about scoring runs to the spinners in the last game. A really good reflection of his strong areas. 37% through that mid-on region, and if you go square of 15%, so quite a lot of his runs, 52% in that region, that I think Karunaratne will need to put a little more focus, a little more protection to encourage him to play a little bit differently.
I also feel that Sandakan was a little bit too wide in that first game to the left-handed Evin Lewis. Even with the googlies, it was quite wide and just allowed Evin Lewis the freedom to pick it off the pitch. Just about there. I just feel that he needs to be closer, wicket to wicket, get all the modes of dismissals into play. I know that he's cognizant of the wind factor here and the power of Evin Lewis, but you need wickets. And to get wickets, you have to be a little bit more attacking with your lines.
That's it. His 10th ODI half-century. Evin Lewis showing consistency with the bat, backing up his half-century of 65 in the first ODI. Here he is again, doing the business for the West Indies.
I like how measured these 2 innings have been for Evin Lewis. We've grown accustomed to him as a swashbuckling opener, but he showed good temperament throughout.
Just 2 runs from the over. Good start to Sandakan. 88 without loss.
Pandang.
Not a lot between two teams at this stage. Nice stroke from Evin Lewis. Wow, this guy is growing in stature. Wonderful boundary to him.
Pani. Dia tu hulan ni.
Third six of the innings for Evin Lewis. Stand and deliver.
Ya.
One of his strong areas over the long off, from the crease, such as the power of the man. And goes all the way. Nice flat six for Evin Lewis. Having gone past that milestone, you just might see an acceleration of sorts. Also like to see his approach and how he controls his aggression. Done an excellent job so far against Sri Lanka. 296 runs in just the 4 innings. It's been an excellent opposition for him. Just given that width and that length, and one of his favored areas. Evin Lewis.
Oh. Nice ball, Pani.
There again with the field going back into that long off position. He's quite contented to stroke the ball along the ground. Good sensible batting from Evin Lewis.
Come on, Mani. Mani, boy.
Two very different spinners in play for Sri Lanka. Hasaranga and Sandakan.
Oh, ball, Mani, ball, Mani.
Yeah, let's have a look at their techniques. And that action of theirs. Sandakan on the left, almost a straight line between that front leg and back leg as compared to Hasaranga, who's right off screen, more of an angle, which allows for greater hip rotation because of that angle, and upper torso rotation as well, which in turn allows for more energy to be imparted on the ball. And when there's more energy on the ball, it allows for more revolutions, which in turn allows for greater drift and dip and turn and bounce. So all of the elements of a spinner coming into play. Hence the reason Hasaranga has been able to generate much more success. So something to think about for young Sandakan, that angle at that point of delivery to get that hip rotation, and similar to fast bowling, the mechanics involved. We'll talk a little bit more of that in the next over. A good over for the West Indies. 9 runs coming from it, 17 gone, 97 without loss.
There's an opportunity for Karunaratne to attack Evin Lewis with a very straight line, maybe lure him into playing that fall sweep shot that we've seen him get out to in this series. When I say series, I mean also the T20 internationals.
We talk about fast bowling a lot, but also with spin bowling. You can see the difference in the degree of turn from Hasaranga and Sandakan, as well as Gunatilaka, who doesn't turn as much as the other two. But there's a systematic and progressive transfer of angular momentum and kinetic energy generated in the run-up. And that is transferred from the heavier and larger body segments. Dropped him. Hasaranga might have gone back quicker than he expected, but he should have taken that one.
Difficult chance, but at this level you expect that it will be taken. Was aiming straight. Played a couple times to the onside, couldn't get that easy single. He's accustomed to Shai. So Sri Lanka pushing him a little bit more as a batsman.
And that return catch did go towards his stronger side, his left hand. And he might have expected to do much better, just might require some treatment. We saw in the T20 internationals, Fabian Allen taking a blinder to his non-dominant side, his right hand. And so it speaks to the difference in ability. Just want those to stick, don't you? Sander Khan didn't get himself in a good enough position. Was a little bit apprehensive as well, going for that one. Just to continue to talk about the biomechanics of bowling and the systematic and progressive transfer of that kinetic energy and angular momentum generated through that run-up. This is in real time. It's never easy, those return catches. But that energy that is generated from the larger and heavier body parts, the legs, the glutes, the upper torso, the shoulder, is then transferred into the smaller and distal body segments, the hands and the wrist and the fingers. So the more energy you can generate through your action, through your run-up, through your hip rotation, the more energy you'll impart on the ball. And hence, the resulting greater turn. Umpire Nigel Duguid taking evasive action.
As you know, Samuel Badri, some spinners don't extract as much turn and are still also successful. Bounce just a little bit on the lower side. These two spinners, not the tallest of bowlers. From a West Indies point of view, we'll want these two to carry on, maybe get 3 figures. Third century run partnership for this opening pair. They've been extremely consistent at the top of the innings for the West Indies in ODI cricket. Third overall with the second as an opening pair.
And a wonderful chemistry between these two, Lewis and Hope. Good communication, good respect for each other.
Exactly 100 without loss. Shai a little bit on the slower side with his strike rate. Although he averages in the 90s against spinners, his strike rate just around that 62 marker. Doesn't score as fluent against the spinners as compared to the seamers.
Oh, niyamai wani.
Another excellent platform lead by these two. Exactly what they needed in this run chase to achieve that target score.
Oh!
It would be the highest successful run chase against Sri Lanka if they managed to get to that 274. The West Indies, are the first time since 2014 they've won back-to-back one-day internationals against a top 10 ranked nation at home. So much to play for and close this series out for the West Indies, for Kieron Pollard and his men. They'll be motivated by that.
Is he thinking about the sweep, Evin Lewis? The pressure building here, so might just trigger that thought. And Evin Lewis, there are two fielders behind square within the 30-yard circle, a deep mid wicket and a long on. Happy to stroke it straight down the ground, so not falling for the trap, Evin Lewis.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, hey. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Easy single. 102 without loss.
One or two without loss after 19 overs. Good going by the West Indies. Lewis and Shai Hope, the Centurion from ODI #1. Really, really good partnership. Second 100-run partnership in as many games. As I await my fellow commentator Ian Bishop to get into his seat. You know he's always late. Well, not always, but most times. Good to see you back in the chair, Bish, after leaving me all alone hanging.
Harsh but true. I apologize.
Come on, Lamai. Come on, Lamai. One mistake here, boys. Oi!
Very wide googly. Out of the footmark, spun and bounced. So there is a little purchase outside Lewis's off stump.
Oh! Ayo! Dia main. Jangan marin dah. Alah. Dale banda Malli. Boy, come on, Sandakan. Catch! Good, good.
105 without loss.
Bunny. වනේ. මෙතන එකක් අදිමුද මෙතෙන්ට? ලේසි නෑ මෙතෙන්ට හතරක් ගන්න. අපිත් ගැව්වා ලේසි නෑ මෙතනින් ගහන්න. ඔව්.
It's been pleasing watching these two batsmen stroke the ball down to long on and long off in between boundaries. It's been very controlled so far. How hungry are they to take it deeper?
Certainly is refreshing to see the way Evin Lewis is playing. Mature innings. Playing the situations and not just looking to be a power hitter as we are so accustomed to seeing him doing. And this is a different side of him we are seeing. And that to me is impressive. You know, oftentimes you get into a little bit of a rut where you're not scoring as quickly and you tend to try to slug away out of that situation. Haven't seen that at all from Evin Lewis today and previously in the ODI, the first ODI. And that to me is very impressive. I'm sure that is something that has been discussed in meetings. Plan your innings, build your innings. Because most teams, when they discuss West Indians, I'm sure that they'll be thinking they're power hitters, and if you can keep them quiet, you can contain them, they will do something out of the ordinary. That isn't the case at this point.
108 without loss.
Wonderful partnership. Nothing at all in the wickets column for Sri Lanka at the moment. And they are desperately in need of a wicket. They need to break this partnership to get themselves back in the game. Only 8 fours and 3 sixes so far in the innings, Bish, which is testament of what the plan is. And once they can do this more consistently, it will give other opposition, other teams, headache, basically, because everyone have the West Indians as power hitters. And if they can show this side, where they exercise patience, manipulate the bowling, ones and twos, and when the boundary balls come, you put them away. It simply means you'll put opposition teams under much more pressure. And I'm very impressed with the way they are playing at the moment.
Kaji! Ayyo. Mai sada, mai sada. Oh, satukan, kau satukan. Come on, boy. Hey, sana boleh, sana.
Four sixes for Evin Lewis today, and talk about the power hitting every so often. When it's needed, he branches into it.
Slightly short delivery by Sandakan and ably put away with a bit of disdain as well by Evin Lewis. That sort of strengthens my point, Bish. When the boundary balls come, you take advantage.
Anna Hari, Anna Tana Sandakan.
I think it comes down to hunger now, because they're not under scoring pressure, so they can afford to see out Hasaranga. Hasaranga has the biggest threat. Do they have to go back to Dushmanta Chimera on one of the seamers? Come back to bat. 117 without loss.
In terms of the comparison at this point in the game, nothing really in it in terms of the runs scored. But the big difference is at this point, or at this stage, Sri Lanka had lost 3 wickets. West Indies none.
Niyamai macam mana?
West Indies' new kit will be hot property if they can go on to get the victory that they require. You can purchase it at this website. Various sizes. And I'm sure the funding will go towards development of the game in the region. And just a reminder once again, if you're in the Caribbean region, you can get free shipping if you purchase significant quantities. That may just be more than 2 or 3. Who wouldn't want an Evin Lewis shirt? Or Shai. Nice gap finding. We're seeing everything from Evin Lewis and Shai, but if you focus on this guy, his power, his consolidation, and his placement.
Good use of the feet as well. Advanced down the track, got to the pitch, and executed well.
Oh.
Very good. Very, very good. Something that we've discussed a lot in white ball cricket with the West Indies. Turn the strike over when it's not a boundary ball.
Oh.
Very good running.
There we go again.
And that is what we want to see on a consistent basis. The ones, the twos.
Come on, boy. Come on, eh?
Put the fielders under pressure. back-to-back century partnership for Evin Lewis and Shai Bish. Or when was the last time we've seen that as an opening pair? 23 overs gone, 124 without loss.
Come on, Lamai. Mata mario mo, Lamai. Sanda, sanda.
Evin Lewis did leave the field for some time today when the West Indies bowled. I'm not sure if that is a repercussion of why he did take some time out of the field earlier. He has had issues with his hamstring in past years.
Getting some stretch from the physio. Could be a bit of fatigue as well. Play some pleasant shot. Flew the offside, flew the onside. Really played well. Power hitting as well. And that's a big one. That was huge. Some deft touches as well. Showing his all-round game. And certainly hasn't lost his power hitting ability. He's on 75 at the moment, eyeing another century.
Joe, still down. Oh, ratu pada ka gawin no ni. Sada.
49 for Shai Hope. A fifth successive score of 50 or more in one-day internationals for Shai Hope, dating back to the 3 ODIs against Sri Lanka in 2020. It's as though he never left. Only Chris Gayle and Gordon Greenidge for the West Indies have scored more consecutive 50-plus totals in ODIs. 6 apiece.
Certainly in good company, Shai Hope. Talking about Gordon Greenidge, a West Indian legend, top of the order. And Chris Gayle, of course, another legend, very destructive, top of the order as well. Good company for Shai Hope.
Come on, boy.
It's going back to that era, you know.
Sada.
I think, Abby, we must give this generation their props to do things their own way and not saddle them or burden them with the exploits of the greats of the past. But I think generations sometimes forget how good Gordon Greenidge, Sir Cuthbert Gordon Greenidge, Desmond Haynes were as an opening combination. Sir Vivian, Sir Richie Richardson, who's the match referee here. So many great players overshadowed. There's Sir Richie. The great Sir Andy Roberts, Sir Curtly Ambrose, Courtney Walsh.
Oh, good job, boy.
Just harp on it. You guys have served West Indies cricket so well. 1-2-5 without loss. Clive Lloyd led the troops with distinction for so many years. So good and so lengthy were those careers that they kept out a number of excellent players who could not get a run in international cricket. Sir Andy Roberts, of course, was the first Antiguan to play international cricket. And you come down the line, Brian Charles Lara, Shivnarine Chanderpaul, sometimes it's not mentioned enough. And Shai Hope is in distinguished company. Tremendous record for one who's perhaps not even halfway through his career. Okay, we've got some seam to Sarah Pereira.
Throw.
Can we glean anything yet to Shai Hope in terms of what could possibly be a renaissance in red ball cricket? Too early?
He certainly has got the ability to do very well in red ball cricket. We've seen him before. We've seen him score back-to-back hundreds in one game a couple of years ago. He just hasn't been that consistent as he is in the ODI format. But it's not from lack of ability. And I'm quite sure that once he gets the opportunity again to play red ball cricket, he's going to make it count.
Ready, boys. Up and day.
Well, that one kept a bit low. Didn't bounce much at all. Good running. The running has been excellent between Shai Hope and Evin Lewis. Slow delivery. You can see the fingers kind of spread a little bit wider than normal. The batting to come. Jace Mohammed, Darren Bravo, Nicholas Pooran. So some very, very good batting in the middle for the West Indians.
Dropped short. Halfway mark of the innings, 1-2-8 without loss. The great Sir Vivian. Statue adorns the entrance to this stadium, aptly named after him. Nice strike. Very pleasant strike, because it was a minimum of effort from Shai Hope.
From the time he struck it, he knew it was gone. Evin Lewis was running down. Shai Hope hardly moved. Struck it well. Good use of the feet. Got closer to delivery. Another good strike by Shai Hope. This time back over the bowler's head. One bounce into the fence, 4 runs.
I wonder if this 2 very pleasant shots, easily played, all about placement. I wonder if this could signal the re-entrance of Dushmanta Chamira into the bowling attack. Or will Karunaratne go to another slow bowling option? I wouldn't mind seeing a 2-over spell from Chamira. Coming around the wicket. Good cricket. Terrific, simple method of batsmanship.
I asked a question a couple moments ago, Bish, about when was the last time we had back-to-back century partnership. I expect you to give me an answer. You're very knowledgeable about these stats.
Come on, boy.
You can't let me down now, Bish.
You can't badger me.
Whoa.
You are my senior, so I pay you due respect, and I've got the numbers here. Back in 2013, Kyron Powell and Ramnar Sawan, Kyron Powell and Johnson Charles against Zimbabwe was the last time. Name from the past, Johnson Charles, World Cup winner, 137 without loss.
Big headache for Sri Lanka. They're yet to break this partnership. Nothing much is going their way at this point. And that stems from very, very good batting from Shai Hope and Evin Lewis. They continue to score runs at will, under no pressure whatsoever.
Think of some proficient batsmen in the modern ODI game. Shai Hope has put his name right up there in lights. That is tremendous. Tisara Pereira has just been swept by Evin Lewis.
Slow delivery, pitch outside the leg stump. I was just swatted away. Well, to use Bish's word, he was swept away for 4.
Leg by signaled. Chisara Pereira wants a review. This is a record opening partnership. Record opening partnership against Sri Lanka, beating the 143 from the first game of this series.
Good running. Good running. That has been one of the hallmarks of this partnership, the running between the wickets. Just tucked into the onside. There's a man at deep mid-wicket, but couldn't prevent that second run.
What has also been very good is the surface, as a one-day surface. 150 comes up for the West Indies, outside the line and high. 150 without loss.
Exactly 150 without loss for the West Indies. A sweetly timed shot by Shai. Not very often you get to see an opening pair score in excess of 150. This is the 21st time a West Indies opening pair has gone past 150 in ODI cricket. That's out of 823 times seeing openers in this format of the game. Shakira Salman, slowly these two enhancing and building their reputations as openers.
This has been a brilliant partnership. 151 from just 164 deliveries. Phil Simmons, a very happy coach.
Evin Lewis looking quite comfortable against the left-arm wrist spinner. Haven't seen Karunaratne and Sandakan consult and possibly change the line of attack. There is an option for Sandakan to go round the wicket and bowl into the pads of Evin Lewis and persist with it. Same could be said for the wrist spin of Asaranga to Shai. 153 without loss. Very docile pitch. Some extremely good batting by the West Indian openers. Is what have accounted for that maroon worm being a little bit dominant than the blue. Boys will be thinking of 3 figures. 18 runs away. Hasaranga now replacing Pereira. Haven't seen him go round the wicket and bowl into the pads of Shai Hope, maybe entice that sweep shot.
That's good pace though. I was just about to say we haven't seen him slow it up a bit. He's been quite flat.
The reason why I talk about that round the wicket angle, there's a little bit of rough that I think Hasaranga could possibly exploit, that might just raise a few questions into the mind of Shai Hope. Exactly there. As a wrist spinner, it's something that you want to exploit. Get the ball landing in that area, maybe extract a little more turn, uneven bounce. Might be a bad ploy for Hasaranga to focus on pitching the ball a little bit wider outside the off stump too for Evin Lewis, and give a little more protection through the offside. Just never know, one can spin a little bit more than expected.
Could be wrong, Darren, but I'm sure he did pitch one there, not from the angle you were asking for, but he did pitch one there to Shai Hope, and it did react differently.
Well, these two at the crease, they've used their reach to good effect. Shai Hope in particular getting more forward than Evin Lewis. Evin Lewis, he likes to play off the back foot, doesn't commit himself too early. Hence the reason for those red deliveries a little bit closer to that batting crease as against the yellow, with Shai Hope reaching for the ball a little bit more. Two different style players. 155 without loss. Grinding down this target score, these two, Lewis and Hope, doing so in a very professional and efficient manner. It's been a treat to watch batsmanship of the highest order.
Dushmanta Chamira back into the attack for his second spell. Went for 31 from just 4 overs initially. It was quite impressive in that first spell. I know the numbers don't necessarily show it, but he did bowl some searing Yorkers at Evin Lewis. This though is where he has been impressive, most impressive. This second spell, he's been able to take wickets every time he's come back for this second spell.
Starts around the wicket to Evin Lewis. That's the angle he got success to Lewis in that first ODI. So using that psychological advantage in the circumstances, although Evin Lewis is well set on 83.
Bowled him last game when he was on 65. Just keep watching for that Yorker.
Good anticipation from Lewis. You recognize that the fielder in that mid-off position was on the line. And he had enough time to get down to the danger end.
That, along with the fact that the fielder was Tisaro Pereira, not the most agile fielder out there.
Piece of fielding behind point. Now what we've seen from the first ODI and now this one is a fairly good strip for batting. Some players are contented to play with a vertical bat and hit the ball in the V's. So as a captain, sometimes you got to set straighter fields to encourage the batsman to look at the gaps, square off the wicket. That's when you can probably prompt a false stroke. I'd like to see that extra cover or cover come closer to mid-off. Pace on that occasion from Chimera. Is Karunaratne contemplating the review? Doesn't take it.
Just got that one to come back a bit. It's about reversing. This is good from Chimera. He attacks the stumps at this stage.
Works this one through the onside. So just to finish my point I was making about the field placing, getting the short mid-wicket very straight, closer to the mid-on, that cover fielder closer to the mid-off position, and just condense the gap. Make the gap a little bit bigger, square off the wicket, and entice batsmen to play squarer. Maybe turn and break the wrists a little too early. That's when you can create opportunities for yourself, especially if you're not getting lateral movement from this surface. Across both games, I think we've only had one player being caught in the slip, and that's off the spinner today, Akil Hussain. Getting the wickets of Shada Fernando. So as a bowler, you want to bowl straighter lines, but you also need to have the supporting field. 157 without loss. .117 more required.
Oh my God. Banda. Come on, hey. Balik. Dia magana. Service agana na.
Very straight line on that occasion to Shai.
Come on, hey.
There are 3 fielders through the offside for Hasaranga.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Oh, in Ganda.
Very good running.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Come on, yeah.
West Indies have been very good. 72 singles run.
Oh, Gana.
Could be close. Umpire might just check. Evin Lewis was racing down to the
Thank you,
striker's end.
TV umpire to director. We have a review for run out at the keeper's end. Can you give me your best side shot, please? Ball is coming in. Bat has crossed the line. Can go take that back for me. Take that back for me. And roll forward. Bat is behind the line. Yeah, I'm looking for that bail removed. Now removed. Satisfied that the bat is behind the ground. Do you have another angle I can see? Thank you. Thank you. I have to make sure the bail is completely removed. Yeah. Now, bat is grounded. I'm satisfied that the bat is grounded beyond the line before the bail is completely removed. My decision to the big screen is not out.
Come on, boy.
I repeat, not out.
Interesting. Ball making contact with the stumps on the way through to the keeper.
Come on, hey. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Not really seen a definite line of attack from Sri Lanka against each of these openers by the West Indies.
Oh, I didn't miss that.
These two spinners more so. Hasaranga, Sandakan, they've been contented just to bowl general lines, general lengths. Take nothing away from the manner in which these two have played. 161 without loss. '86 to Evin Lewis. He'll have to go through this difficult phase where he will have to face Chamira.
Very good awareness there. Was that Sandakan? Catching Shai off guard.
He's backing up, searching for that single. Again, Lewis just expecting a little more bounce, not making contact. The last two deliveries from Chimera. I did mention the bounce just diminishing a bit. No ball signaled. So this is a mere gift for Evin Lewis. And you can see why. This will be a relief for him. Only 11 runs scored by Evin Lewis off Chimera. That's off his last 25 deliveries.
Still 11.
Make it 26 now.
That no ball just shows where Sri Lanka's bowlers have been a little bit indisciplined. In the last game, we saw 2 no balls bowled by their spinners. This one by Chimera. They wouldn't want to be giving the West Indian batsmen any extras or any freebies.
Drilled through that extra cover region. How often have we seen this from Evin Lewis? That's his pet shot.
That one is curved between the man at extra cover and mid-off. Not a man moved at set to retrieve that ball from the boundary. What a shot by Evin Lewis.
Takes him to 90 now. Make it 91. Well, he's gone past 100 in ODI cricket on 3 occasions. Will this be number 4? But Evin Lewis looks quite determined to get there. Shai not too far behind.
Shai has done what Shai always does. Just plays anchor for the West Indies team. He's always hungry for runs. You would have seen last game when he got out. After scoring that century, he was still disappointed that he hadn't seen his side home. Did say in his interview that he just loves to bat.
Has an insatiable thirst for batting, scoring runs. We've seen quite a few West Indians with that attitude. You think of Shivnarine Chanderpaul. End of the over, and we'll have a Blue Waters drinks break.
107 to win from 108 deliveries. Evin Lewis on 91, Shai Hope on 71. West Indies just a touch ahead of where Sri Lanka were at a similar stage. All their wickets intact. Samuel Badri, this has been fascinating as a partnership.
Really scintillating from these two, each complementing the other. Shai Hope, brilliant again, following from that century in the first match, along with Evin Lewis, who's eyeing up his century. But the partnership has been effective and efficient to this stage. Both these batsmen understanding the conditions, understanding what the Sri Lankan spinners are trying to do, and they're full of confidence and flowing quite nicely.
.167 without loss. Wanindu Hasaranga has 3 overs left. Sandakan has a 3 himself, and you're looking at them as not the only options, but the primary potent forces. But who is to tell what Chamira and others may or may not be able to do?
I've really liked what I've seen so far from the West Indian opening batsmen. They've resisted everything that Dimuth Karunaratne has thrown at them, and they've shown that hunger and that desire to want to be there, to want to score runs. Shai Hope has spoken at length about how much he loves batting out in the middle and scoring runs for the West Indies, and it has rubbed off on Evin Lewis in terms of the way he's gone about his innings. His temperament has been spot on. He's put away the loose deliveries, but he's been very stable throughout and sensible in his approach. 91 from 103. Pradeep from the circuit, Lee Ambrose end.
Been a good run of form for Evin Lewis, folks. For those of you following his career, his last 15 one-day internationals, if you head back to June 2019, he's averaging about 50 in ODI cricket.
very much in control once again. The West Indies. It'll be a concern for the Sri Lankans in terms of their potency, in terms of their penetration. Only 2 wickets in that first one-day international. None so far into the 33rd over of the match.
I get the feeling Evin would have been home had that hit the stumps.
This has been perhaps the only way you think that the Sri Lankans can get a wicket via the run-out route. Haven't created many opportunities throughout this bowling effort. Just testament for how good a surface we have here at the Sir Viv Richards Stadium. Evin Lewis in 2021, the series.
Good grief. Must have been taken off middle stump. 171 without loss. Rate required has just gone over a runner ball. There's the, I suppose, head groundsman, curator, Anthony Merrick, former Leeward Islands fast bowler, former Antiguan fast bowler. Played for Kent in the English County Championships back in the day. Very, very strong-shouldered, robust action. Also played for Warwickshire. And 311 first-class wickets. And I was talking to Sir Kirtley earlier about the number of players who did not go on to represent the West Indies internationally because of the high quality of players West Indies had coming through the late 70s, through the 80s, into the 90s. I would think Tony Merrick may have had a shout. George Ferris, a colleague of his. Another fast bowler who now lives in the USA.
Still trying for their first wicket. Sri Lanka, West Indies in control of this one, and they'd want these two to carry on. Sri Lanka will be mindful of getting another wicket, a wicket that is, and getting into this West Indies batting lineup. A new batsman out in the middle might just be a little bit tricky. So still some hope for Sri Lanka, but they need to get a wicket, and they need to get one desperately. Batting to come for the West Indies, both Jason Mohammed and Darren Bravo, who were unbeaten in that first match. We haven't seen Nicholas Pooran or Karen Pollard and the others from a batting standpoint so far in this one international series, and they won't mind that. Relaxed looking camp, number 3 and 4 for the West Indies.
Top class running again. It's the turn to come back for the second that put pressure on the fielder, that caused the fielder to take his eye off the ball.
Wanted that too from the onset. Evin Lewis quickly down for the first one, and then turned and quickly back for the second. So excellent running from Evin Lewis. Moves on to 95. Very controlled and measured so far.
Two more. Less than 100 to get. Lewis on to 97, 176 without loss. Such a lovely surface being taken advantage of by the West Indian openers. 176 without loss. Now the highest ODI partnership on this ground. Going past the 175 by Joe Root and Joss Butler in 2014. That is what you call a duck hook. If you've ever heard about it before, that was it. Effective, though, from Hope.
You're not in control of that well-directed short ball from Pradeep, but gets enough bat on it to go all the way to the boundary. Hasn't particularly played the short ball all that well, Shai Hope, but he's managed to find a way. Where can this wicket come from for Sri Lanka? They've tried fast bowlers, they've tried the spinners, they've turned once again into their fast bowlers and still not effective just yet. Just one hit away, Evin Lewis, from that milestone. 8 4s and 4 6s so far in this innings.
terrific running. It's something fans have been crying out for. 184 without loss. Lakshan Sandakan. He found some spin from outside Lewis's off stump occasionally. Hasn't always been full enough, I don't think.
A much better line and length from Sandakan. Just thought that he was too much outside of the off stump. Less attacking option. When he bowls that line, it becomes so much easier for the batsman to score through that offside. Doesn't really bring much modes of dismissal into play.
Good fielding, good running.
They've capitalized on these misfields of the Sri Lankans. These two, Shai having kept the wicket for 50 overs, out in the middle now in the 36th, showing good fitness. These two have shown good communication as well. Remains on 98. Evin Lewis, just to the right of the fielder. Shai not taking any risks at this stage. The last thing you would want to be run out so close to your respective milestones.
.99 to Evin Lewis, 187 without loss. 99. An innings of authority and great responsibility by this left-handed West Indies opening batsman. A fourth ODI 100 for Evin Lewis.
Receives the applause from his teammates. Shai congratulating him for an excellent effort. Really sensible and measured, composed. Doesn't want to give it away now though. Want to see him carry on and take his team home. Continue to play responsibly and take it upon himself.
Great feature of this partnership. You'll hear it again. The running.
We've seen the batsmen time and time again after having gotten to that landmark, and that's the moment that he will remember for a long, long time. Also aware of the two on offer. Standing ovation from his coach and his teammates. And looks to the heavens in thanks. Would have felt that he missed out in the first game.
A lot of intent in the couple of balls he's faced since getting 100, so you feel that there might be an extra gear he wants to go into, because the asking rate, as we said, is just creeping up to about 6.5 required. All wickets in hand.
Singleton, that over. 37 gone, 192 without loss.
Phenomenal 176 at the Oval in 2017, came in a losing cause. 148. I think it was only his second ODI, that 148. And then a good run against Ireland last year for Evin Lewis. At 148 was a tri-series in Zimbabwe. Just a slight correction there. The 148 was his 4th game of his career. Yeah, he was going to try to put pressure on the bowlers, and finally Sandakan gets his man. It's been a wonderful innings by Evin Lewis.
Would be disappointed with the manner of the dismissal, but pleased with his score, Evin Lewis. And finally, a wicket for Sri Lanka. And Sandakan, the man to make the breakthrough, just luring Evin Lewis down the track and spinning past his bat. Simple dismissal for Dinesh Chandimal. Success for Lakshan Sandakan. Success for Sri Lanka. Evin Lewis, well played, 103, 192 for 1.